I'm Isabelle Cabos. I'm working at the institutional strategy of the bank, and my role is actually to support the development of our institutional partnerships with UN partners.
And I'm Pepe Fernández. I'm Deputy General Counsel at the Legal Service of the IB, and I've been here on and off for almost 27 years.
The reverse mentoring for me was an experience to actually understand what is it that people need to learn and what is it that can be useful to transform and to ensure that there is change management at the bank.
I do believe in social inclusion and diversity, I mean, as a person. And so this immediately appealed to me. I think as a manager it's my duty to understand and try to bring in, colleagues like Isabelle, try to, get all the value.
I was trying to apply an awful lot of personal solutions to actually do as if everything was normal, which I was pretty good at and worked well for a certain time until I hit a wall. So I've understood that it actually didn't help me, and I wanted to make sure that others were not hitting that situation and create a change. It's not because it's invisible that it doesn't exist.
You always have a theoretical, understanding what it is like to, be disabled and be at work. And by doing this, I just wanted to really share, or learn from a person with disability what the obstacles are, how they feel, and what we could do actually to integrate them better. You have so much to contribute precisely because you're much more resilient, you're much more focused, you're much more determined, and then you've learned through going through the tough path. It hasn't been a way of roses for you. At the beginning of our mentoring, sometimes I was a little bit overwhelmed by your energy, because I didn't know what the ADHD exactly was, what were the symptoms or the or the characteristics of, but then as we progress in the mentoring, actually I realized that was one of your strengths.
It is just because during maybe a couple of hours I will be doing only that and forget absolutely everything around me. And if I get interrupted during that period, this is a nightmare because I will be unable to come back to my process of thinking. So any interruption is actually a disaster.
It made me think as a manager, okay, there's such qualities that if they are properly used, it could be very, very useful to the institution. So we just need to find a way where you can feel integrated, you can feel safe, and you can actually work to your full strengths, because you have so much to give.
Yeah, we do. What I love really, it was that it was so easy to exchange together, and you had that easy understanding, and it was really this bond.
You came from from one side, I came from the other, but there was a common space there that we could actually sit down and share. And for me, it was eye-opening in many ways, and it was a great experience.
But for me too, because I understood how much how easy it can be to share, and how much difference it can make actually to demonstrate that adaptations at the bank are not something big. They're tiny little changes that make a huge difference. But if they don't exist, they make us be inefficient.
What I feel now is I feel more committed. I've discovered some other colleagues that I didn't know they had actually the same condition. My approach to them is much more, certainly much more open, much more inclusive, and much more sympathetic.
Often there is a form of stigma, and I could hear that colleagues were a bit afraid to share, so I think it's important to start to have honest conversation that all traits of disabilities come with compensation. And
then on the institutional side, we should clearly, take positive, proactive steps to make sure that all colleagues are fully integrated. Because by struggling to trying to be normal is actually you're wasting too much energy in something that you should not be wasting energy on.
Yes, I know. I've been trying. It doesn't work.
I knew you just because I saw you around. You've been here quite a long time, but we never worked together, so I didn't know what to expect. So you always go there with a little bit of, okay, what am I doing? immediately, almost immediately, we felt safe, and we had trust in each other, and so we could open up.
We can also, at all levels, benefit from such exchange.
That's an excellent point, actually, because basically it's very simple. Actually, you listen to somebody who is, going through something that you don't know about. And that's the communication process which should be applied. And then you try to learn things, and the things you learn, the lessons you learn, you try to apply them to the benefit of the whole team and the bank. And so the method itself is fantastic, and it should be applied to anything.
I hope I will have other opportunities to advocate for the needs and to continue that journey.
You're a great advocate, by the way, yeah? So that you know.